Welcome back to Memories of the Future. I'm your DM, BrookieBearStreams. Okay, so last time y'all woke up in a ruined, underground place, and you had met Draconette, the goddess, an avatar, or like the herald of Dracotane, basically. And you met her. Noomi had a really visceral reaction to seeing her. Basically, she told you that you were in the only place that she could take you where you wouldn't be overheard by the Theastran Council. So, she told Noomi to embrace her spark. She told you to find somebody who could help you. And from there, you found your way up into a castle that was under siege from a family or a kingdom or some kind of group called the Blackthorns, and they were using their flesh golem knights to ransack the town and the castle, and you followed your creed spirits through the castle, down into the village, through the town, into a manor. In the manor, you defeated a disgusting globby group of gross people, and you kicked their butts.
Very scary.
And from there, you found some nifty items, and then as you were going to make your way outside, you were led out by the glowing golden owl, and from there, you came across, or she came across you guys, a cloaked figure with a scar on her hand, and she gave you some very important information. She told you that your creed spirits are actually you, or your powers incarnated into the form of animals, and she told you need to find the ritual to get those powers back. And then in a flash of blinding light, the bubble owl wrapped her wings around you all, and the last thing you remember is Mournique, your friend, your party member, screaming her lungs out of sheer pain because the cloaked Mournique from the future grabbed her by the hand and cut it with a knife. So, this is where we will begin. As blinding yellow light surrounds you, you hear Mournique scream. All of a sudden, ow, she screams. Ow, 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 ow. All of a sudden, you're all back in Mournique's room. And Mournique is not usually the first to get up. But everybody's laying in bed where you all were that same morning. Before you went to, or I guess not that same morning, but the day before. Before you got up and went to the archives. You're in the same positions. Except for Mournique gets up first because her hand is burning. So Mournique, you see where the key to the town hall previously was. Remember when your father, or a note was left in your father's handwriting? Instead of a key, there is instead a little cage with a cloth draped over it. And there's a note. And the note is from your father, and it says, I know you've always wanted a pet. Your mom said to get you a cat, but I knew that would be too cliche. You always were your own person, my love. Well, anyway, I think I found the perfect little friend for you. And as you pull the cloth off the cage, you reveal what's rustling around on the inside. It's a little black rat, and you notice a little cut on the back of its left hand. And as yours throbs, you realize you now have an exact matching scar on your hand as the cloaked figure. There's no blood, but a deep white scar with a dagger scraped across your skin. As you're looking at this, Mournique, do you have any thoughts or any reaction?
My glove is okay.
Your glove has a tear in it.
Damn it.
Where she stabbed you.
Hello, little friend.
Squeak, squeak.
I'll open the cage and let her walk into my hand.
As you open the cage, she eagerly approaches and hops right into your hand. Squeak, squeak. You can sense there is great power within this little rat.
I want to connect minds with the rat.
Okay.
With awakened mind.
As you do, you can feel that block that Noomi has actively chosen to put in her mind, but this little rat, it seems that this block that prevents you from really getting past anything more than squeak, squeak, dude, friend, squeak. There's not much more you can get from this rat, but you know that something is in there.
Okay. I'm gonna go on a stealth mission to get some toast.
As you do, as you reach for the handle, you hear a rapping on your window.
Oh. Okay. Who got that, babe?
As
I
you
will, draw open the blackout curtains.
as you pull the curtains back and light comes filtering into the room, stirring the others in the party, you see Noomi right outside your window. So as you're peering at Noomi through the glass, what is Solikha doing? I know she's a light sleeper. She likes to wake up early. She'd probably be surprised that she's not the first one up. But Solikha, you are jostled awake by the sound of the rapping and the light.
Yeah, I think she would be surprised that she's not up first. But probably even more surprised that they're no longer in whatever castle they were in. Is there any way to tell, like, how much time has passed? Like, did Mournique maybe have some plants in her room, or, you know, like, have we been away for a while, or is this
You look over at the paper calendar that Mournique has on her wall. It's like got illustrations of black roses and coffins and like hot spider pinups and stuff like that. And you see that it's the same day that you woke up the day you went to the archive. So technically 2 days ago. You're back to 2 days ago.
So we've gone back in time?
It seems like it.
Huh. Okay. She'd probably make sure that Wynne's up and awake and not hurt. Wynne? Wynne,
Oh.
wake up.
Where are we? What's happening? She seems to have some sort of faint remembrance of not being here.
No, we're back home, I think.
You're in my lair.
I'm just
Mournique,
gonna look
did
at the
you
girls and be like,
Did you make toast all by yourself? I told you I would be more than happy to help you.
I haven't made it yet.
Okay.
Will turn my attention to my guest. Is Bubble here?
Yes, Bubble is in the
Okay.
bed. She's sleepily
Uh,
and grumpily waking up because she was woken up by the sound of the rapping on the window.
I will awaken mind to Noomi to speak with her telepathically.
Okay. So she lets you into that little space in her mind that feels like a fancy little sitting room, and as you step into her mind, she's standing there going, "Let me in, please."
Let me in.
Yeah.
This is sounding very familiar.
Mournique, we don't have time. I have to talk to you all.
Like, with your mouth?
Preferably.
Barbaric. Fine. The window will open on its own.
Whoa!
Actually, it's mage hand, but
Awesome. Love that. I like that your main chain is invisible sometimes.
it's just really dark in here, so it's hard to see.
So as you open the window, Noomi surprisingly gracefully climbs through in her vestments and all. And out of breath, usual annoyance on her face is replaced with concern etched into her eyebrows. Please tell me I'm not going crazy. I woke up this morning in my bed. Everything was as it was before. Well, you were there, right?
Were you expecting someone else's bed?
I mean, after getting blinded in that city, I didn't think I'd wake up in any bed. That wasn't a dream, right?
No, my hand hurts.
absolutely was not a dream. I remember that.
Well, I have to do some research. I just needed to come confirm that I'm not going crazy. And if I am, at least you're all going with me. And she proceeds to walk out the bedroom door. And as she does,
Don't.
she opens the door and there is Morla.
You've broken the seal.
Morla walks in and she has burnt toast with cream cheese and scones with chocolate chips and black tea for everybody. Good morning, ladies. Oh, hello, Miss
Mother.
Noomi. Wasn't expecting you here. I was just leaving. Why do they have the same voice? Sorry. And Noomi brushes past Morla in a hurry. Good morning, ladies. You slept well?
As Noomi's leaving, I'll just send her a mental message. I'll say, come find me later. If she gets it or not.
You get the sense that she gets the message, but she has no reply.
Okay.
So, Morla drops off your tea. And she asks what your plans for the day are.
Why?
You say why?
Yeah.
Oh, I was just wondering if you could do me a favor and run me an errand today.
What kind of errand?
Oh, just I need something from I just need something from the magic shop.
Okay. What do you need?
I will get you a list. Don't worry, darling.
Okay. If I have time, we'll go there.
Thank you.
Is that
And-
all?
Oh yes, she has walked away to go get the list for you.
Okay. My mage claw will just slowly drag the door closed.
Mournique, what's that? What's that thing on your desk? It kind of smells like rodent.
Very sharp smell. Bubble. It is a rodent.
What?
I
Oh.
think. I mean, I still have the rat. I think she was on my shoulder.
Okay. I forgot. Okay, so your mom
What?
promptly walks back, knocks on the door. Morning, darling. I have the list.
Mother.
You open the door.
Yes.
So she
Just a crack.
just a crack. So she slips in the note, and it seems to be like some herbs and just some random stuff without consequence. But she,
And the like.
yeah, she
Pearls worth 100 gold.
Yeah, it's 100 gold worth of incense. She notices a little rat on your shoulder, and she says, "Oh, like you found your new little friend. Keep an eye on that critter. Your father found it burrowing into your room from the outside. Nearly gnawed a hole through your windowsill. It's like you won't have any issues with it running away, since it wants to be here so bad."
Did you come in here while we were sleeping?
I think your father might have.
I need to have words with him.
Okay, he's in the kitchen.
Later. Just close the door.
You just hear her walk away and sigh.
And she hears the 4 different locks on the door lock. Like a New York City apartment.
Like Nesta's house in the slums.
Mournique, that rat, is it your creed spirit?
I think it's me. Hello, little Mournique. More squeak.
Yes.
More Squeak is a really cute name.
Here's more squeak. Okay. So you're in your room. You've got more squeak on your shoulder. What do you guys do?
No. Supposedly my powers are in here. If I'm to believe what I told me.
Do you trust you?
Not really.
Why would all your powers be in a rat?
I don't know. Maybe someone put them there? Should I, like, squeeze her, or...
Won't hurt her.
Squeak more squeak, squeak!
Is this so? This whole idea of animal spirits, is this like we've never heard of this concept before?
Uh-uh.
Hmm. Would there
Give-
be anyone who might in town?
Give me a history check. I gotta get something.
Well, it's only
Do
an
I
11.
still have the key
so-
to the archive?
You do not. What did you say, Lizzie?
It's only an 11, so
Okay. You do know that there is quite a variety of townsfolk. Most of your neighbors and village folk are going to be your run-of-the-mill farmers, ranchers, stuff like that. But you do know that the magic shop is owned by Jermina's father, who is named... Oh. Who is named... something. His name is... Oh, he's a magician. His name is Solomon. And he owns the magic shop, and he is chock full of fairy tales, urban legends, myths, and he's very knowledgeable about all different kinds of schools of magic. You also know that the teacher, Jorna, the dwarf teacher, she knows a lot about magic. Talandria knows a lot about magic. And of course, Priestess Sheena know a lot about like divine magic and stuff like that. So there's magic is very commonplace in the town, but you'd need to delve a little deeper and question some people to find out more about if they know anything about creed spirits or powers being locked away or anything like that.
we can
Oh, go ahead.
we can get two birds with one stone if you want to run that errand for your parents, Mournique. Check the magic shop.
I uncrumple the note. Yeah, we can do that.
Wynne, give me a history check.
15.
Okay. Wynne recalls when you guys were in the archives, there was a book about how to prevent birds from flying without hurting them. And it seemed to have been a magical way to do so.
There was also, Reed's file that we specifically looked at
Mm-hmm.
that said they basically crippled him to keep him from flying. Which is coincidentally why I was asking about the archive key. I kind of wanted to go back for that file.
Well, it's a good thing Wynne remembers anything and everything about her boy. Because you do not have the archive key. It was replaced by the rat cage. All right. So, as you're all somberly racking your brains, trying to figure out what you can do to get the powers out of this rat.
We should go see Tilandria as well.
Okay.
Out of everyone in the village, she's the only one that I know who has a connection to Draconet. So maybe she knows something about all this. And she's also the only adult here that I trust.
Wynn's gonna be like, not even your parents?
No.
They're totally, like, joking.
I mean, Wynne has a good relationship with her dad, so I can see that confusion. Like when I was a kid, my friend's parents were getting divorced, and I'm like, your parents getting divorced? My parents would never.
Oh.
You don't trust your dad?
Yeah.
So, magic shop first, then Tilandria, or Tilandria, then magic shop?
Let's go to the magic shop first, because I don't remember if she's on the way, and I don't have the map pulled up.
Okay.
Okay. All right, so as you make your way down the path, actually, do you guys sneak out the window, or do you go through the house, through the kitchen?
You guys, do you need anything from the kitchen? Do you want a soda?
I mean, I'm good with tea. The carbonation makes my nose all weird.
Wynne, Dr. Pepper?
I would love one.
Sorry, there's a curb pepper.
Yeah.
Fantasy.
plague doctor pepper spray.
Physician pepper.
physician, physician bell pepper. I don't know. We're getting off the rails here.
Yeah. So we'll go through the house for once,
Okay.
and I'll stop by Morel, my father, and I'll say, Father.
Good morning,
Hi.
Mournique.
Oh God, he has an awesome voice. I appreciate the gift, but I told you not to come into my room while I'm trancing.
Oh, I'm sorry. I just, I didn't look. It was dark. I just dashed in and put the cage down. I couldn't wait any longer. It was really noisy in my bedroom. It seemed to calm down when we got in your hallway.
I'm going to add a 5th lock. But thanks for the rat. I love you. And I'll see you later.
I love you too. You're such a good girl. My sweet daughter. You're the only daughter I could have ever asked for. And I
Just a
just...
side note, I wonder what his dad sounds like, because this is such a grandpa voice.
His dad sounds like this.
Something like a Scarlet NPC.
Okay. All right. Okay, so you're heading down the path. And you're headed towards the village. And you, through the trees, you hear the sound of wood splitting or being split by an axe. Coming from the direction of Freed's house.
Wynn's gonna whip her head and be like, is it gonna be the same thing over and all over again?
I'll stand a few feet back this time. Maybe that will help. And I didn't do your makeup today.
That's right.
She'll be like, oh,
You
how
don't
do I
look
look?
like a crazy goth girl.
Here, take my hairbrush. Watch the spikes.
Alright, quick. Really quickly. I mean, Wynn's gonna saunter on over, right on over, back to Freed.
And you
Wait.
see...
I'll just, look up at her face, and I'll just do a little boop, minor illusion. Just to, I don't know, just to make her pop a little bit. Make the eyes a little brighter. Just, she's looking really cute.
A little something.
I love that. A little shiny. Birds love shiny things.
Okay, you look great. You smell good. You're good. Go.
This
Okay,
is what
thank
kids
you.
call a glow up.
She's gonna like whip around like her hair, like
You got this, Wynne.
when she's of course gonna go right up to Freed. She's going to probably just kind of like quietly approach while he's like chopping this wood. She's just be like, hey there, big guy.
This time he will immediately see you. You've walked right up, and he will kind of loosen his grip on his axe, and he'll kind of brush away his sweat and be like, good morning, beautiful.
Already off to a better start.
It's just like, how you doing today?
Well, I'm kind of stressing out. But that's not your problem. I'm good. How are you this morning?
Couldn't be better than say 2 mornings ago.
Shit, what was 2 mornings ago?
Wow.
She thinks she's
For
trying to allude to
Freed,
the
it would have
fact.
been. For Freed, 2 mornings ago would have been the day before the trial.
Okay. Oh, so yeah.
But for us,
It
2
was
days
today.
ago was today.
Yeah. So he's gonna say, oh, yeah, I mean, 2 days ago I was really stressed and I thought I would feel better today, but I don't know. Something weird about those trials. Wouldn't you say? And he looks at you, kind of studying your reaction.
Her smile like only, falters for a little bit. She's just gonna be like, it's been really, really weird. I'm so sorry for the last time. We can't keep meeting like this. She's like gonna like look back to the girls like,
He is going to grip your hands in his big feathery fingies, and he's gonna say, "Wait,
Chicken tenders.
his flats," and he's gonna
stop.
Oh my god.
Sorry.
It's flat. Whatever, I love it. So.
Okay, so he's gonna grab you, gonna grab your hands, and he's gonna look into your eyes and say, "Things have been weird for you too?"
Yeah, really weird. Like, we've already had this conversation.
Huh? Nah, usually things are not weird around here.
I don't know. It's just been really weird.
Wynne, tell me what the trials were. You can be honest.
We didn't. It was the trials were not here.
And he lets out like a breath of relief. So I'm not going crazy.
No, of course you're not. She's gonna reach up and like caress his big feathery face.
Well, at least it's not just me. I know my squad was feeling really freaked out too. We didn't know if it was everybody who went through this or just us. We've been really nervous to talk to people about it because, well, I keep seeing this little blue jay, and I've seen it in my dreams my whole life, but it wasn't until just the other day that I actually saw it. And I know it's the same one in my dream because it has a red feather in its tail. Well, anyways, it gives me a feeling that things are not as they should be, and there's something we're not being told. I'm kind of scared to tell the leaders about it. He glances over at Mournique. Are you sure you can trust your girls?
I'm just like staring at him with the morning stare.
And she's gonna like glance over and be like, "Reed, what are you talking about?"
I mean, I don't know. I figured, if you guys are going through the same thing. Have you had any dreams about weird animals?
Yes. And so we just actually learned that they're like our spirit, our creed spirits. I think that's what they're called. And they're very important to us. To each of us.
So we all have one?
That checks out if you're seeing the same blue jay.
I know Jermina was talking about chasing butterflies, but I thought that was just a euphemism.
At this point, I
that
don't
mean?
think it would be.
Hmm. Well, if there are spirits, what do we... Are they supposed to be outside of us?
I don't know too much about them. We just, I don't know. I feel like we each saw all of them and we followed them, and it was really scary. But there is something more to them. I know there is.
Hmm.
You're not crazy. I know that there's something more to this. And she's gonna be like holding his, maybe not his feathers, but holding onto his chest.
Just clutched in his feathers. He is going to take in all that you've said. He's thinking about it. Well, I have to deliver some wood to the magic store, but do you want to meet up afterwards?
Her eyes are gonna alight with stars, and she's like, I would love that. When and where?
Well, I just gotta finish chopping and I'm gonna head right over. I feel like we should figure this out together.
Well, maybe if you can come find me and the girls. We're actually heading over to the magic shop right now.
You're headed to the magic shop. I'm headed to the magic shop.
Okay, then. Pop them up. I'm
Well,
gonna take a step back.
I'll meet you outside, okay? It's outside the
You got
magic
it.
shop. I'll be waiting for you.
All right, I'll see you.
You
She's
kind
gonna
of
oof, skip back to the girlies.
I'd be right behind him.
standing right behind Freed.
Yeah.
Oh.
So that when he turns around, I'm right there.
Yes. Wait, make a stealth check.
Okay.
I forgot, we're playing D&D, not just role-playing.
Well. Yeah, I don't even have my dice out. My tray assembled. That's a natural 17
Okay.
plus more.
Yeah, you easily creep up behind him, and when he turns around, he's got this, like, doofy-looking smile on his face, like, he just looks over the moon, and he lets out this, like, yelp, out of shock. Yeah, he chirps. He goes, and,
That's adorable.
and he kind of stumbles back a bit. He's like, "Oh, Mournique! I did not see you there. I'm so sorry."
Good morning, Fade.
Good morning.
Did you talk to Noomi today?
Oh, Noomi.
Have
No.
you seen her?
No,
Did
she's.
she mention me?
Oh, Mournique.
Have you seen her?
He's very flustered, and he gets a little spark in his eye, and he's like, "Well, I haven't seen Noomi this morning, but she might be at the chapel or in her cottage." Why? Why are you asking about Noomi? Clearly
Maybe
he's
I
done.
shouldn't tell you. And I've got a little more squeak on my shoulder, and I just reach up and pat her.
He's gonna say, kind of quietly and like looking over his shoulder, you know, I know that most people in town aren't the most respectful towards you. So I get why you don't like anybody. But I just want you to know that we're in this together now, Mournique, and you can... I might have to earn your trust, but I'm going to do just that.
We'll see. Be careful with my friend. And I just glance over at Wynne. Or out.
Don't worry, I know Wynne can handle herself, and she is... she's amazing.
She's just like twirling her hair from across the way, like, oh.
Don't fuck this up for her.
You have my honor. And he'll do some corny salute.
I'll have more than that if you mess up.
She's like,
I will do my best, Mournique. We're gonna figure this out together. And when we do, you, me, Mournique, and Noomi, maybe we could get some drinks at the tavern together.
What about Solikha?
Yeah, of course. Solikha can come. Does Solikha have a crush on anyone?
No.
Well,
I would never betray her confidence if she did.
That's totally fair. You know what? You're right. You're totally right.
Okay. You're okay.
And he'll just get this big, beaky grin across his face. All right. Well, I'll see you ladies.
You look stupid.
I'll see you ladies. I'll see you ladies at the magic store. He picks up his axe. And he gives Wynne a little... Bye.
she's just gonna be like, all blushing, all bouncy.
I'll go back and I'll just talk to Solikha because seems like the most stable one at the moment.
Yeah, because Bubble's crouched on the ground looking at a ladybug.
Noomi didn't tell him that we were gone for 2 days. Do you think she doesn't trust him? Should we trust him?
I think that she doesn't trust most people. I mean, do you trust her more than you trust him?
I trust my entire team. I know that much.
Okay. I don't think there's any harm in telling him once we know a little bit more, but I mean, telling the rest of our classmates is one thing, but maybe getting it back to the adults, or adults, our parents and the village elders, that might be a lot. But I think it's going to be kind of hard for Wynne to lie to him, to be honest.
Yes, you're right. We have to trust someone. How are you doing?
I guess I'm worried what it means if we can't trust anyone in the village. Because what does that mean for our families. Like, I don't know. I guess I'm just worried. I know your parents, annoy you, but I don't think they mean any harm, for what it's worth.
They're the village elders. Village leaders, I should say. I guess my dad is a bit of an elder. So, if anyone here... I don't know. I don't know where I'm going with this. I just don't think we should tell them anything, because if there is something going on, they probably already know.
Do you think they would lie to you about it, though?
Why not? Your
guess-
parents never lied to you?
Well, I mean, I'm sure they've lied to me to, spare my feelings or to, protect me, but I don't think they're malicious. I mean, I love them, so I guess we just need to be careful who we trust and tell people when we know we can.
Okay. We'll do it your way.
Oh, no, I mean, it's group vote. Group vote. I don't want to be the one in charge.
No, I'm the one in charge.
Okay,
It's fine.
good.
I think Wynne's gonna pop back and be like, in charge of what? Like, that's the last thing she heard.
In case you don't remember, I'm the leader of Team Future.
Oh,
Wait,
okay.
you're the leader?
Am I not the leader?
I guess you do lead a lot.
Well, Bubble, it's not that she leads a lot. That's not... Oh, okay. Come on, we're going to the magic store.
I just feel like all of you sort of naturally defer to me. And
That's true, you are
I
really
wouldn't
smart.
want to confuse anyone by switching that up.
You're so smart and clever and funny and beautiful, and the world stands no chance against you.
I give Bubble a hug.
Oh. Mournique! Oh. Alright, leader, take us to the magic shop.
Okay.
So,
Yeah.
as you walk around the bend, pass by, you're approaching Jermina's house, and you see Jermina. She's sitting on. Now remember, Jermina is a gnome. She's got like cropped purple hair, probably the same color as mine, and a big sweater, and she's kind of like got her feet propped up on her big oversized bag, and she's sitting on a little stool reading a book. Patio. Her porch, on her porch.
Hey, Jermina.
Oh!
I'm approaching you as the leader.
Oh, hey, Leader Mournique. I'm the leader of my group, too.
Okay.
Noomi thinks he's the leader, and Mordan doesn't give a shit either way. Reed could be a leader if he would get his freaking head out of the clouds, but I'd say I'm pretty much in charge.
Alexia, I miss you.
Rest in peace, Alexia.
Can I tell you guys something? I had a dream last night. It was really freaking weird. All I remember is there was a 3-headed dragon, and it was talking about shards and a portal, and it said something about Kelendar. Some made-up place, I don't know.
It's not made up.
What?
Yeah, we were there 3 days ago.
What?
Or yesterday.
You went there before the trials? Or
Yeah.
You went? How did you get to the place in my dream? That doesn't even make sense, Mournique.
Jermina, look at my eyes.
Yeah, you're not lying. Okay. Tell me everything. Just tell me.
We know what happened to you yesterday. Because it happened to us too.
Whoa. So, yeah, I kind of had a feeling. I mean, none of the other teams were strong enough to go through something we did, and I gotta be honest, you guys are pretty strong, even compared to Team Prosperity. But if it was gonna happen to anybody, it's gonna happen to you, I guess.
There's the burden of being the leader.
Right? Well,
So, a dragon, huh? Not, say, a lunamoth?
what? Whoa. How do you know about my Lunamoth?
You told me 2 days ago, which was today.
I'll take your word for it. Yeah, so I dream about Lunamoths ever since I was a kid. And I saw one.
I saw one too.
It looked a little different than normal Lunamoths, but that's how I know it was the one from my dream.
Why'd it look different?
Oh, now it had purple on it. The same color as my hair. A little suspicious. What do you know about this, Mournique? I can see something's cooking up in that brain of yours. Solikha, Wynne, spill it!
Bubbles, tell her everything.
Alright, so...
And Bubble tells her everything. 3 hours later.
Alright, so what you're telling me is...
And she recaps. 3 hours later.
Yes.
Wait, like how in
Some
anime...
of that may have been a little embellished. In anime, where they repeat what the other person said.
Also, no, in anime they go, so that's what happened. It fades to black and they... So that's how... Okay.
Alright, well...
Okay. Thought it would be more like, we saw a spotted whip cat. A spotted whip cat?
Right. A
Funny.
spotted whipcat?
Well, I mean... My dad might know stuff about rituals and how to like put powers back where they belong or something. I'd have never heard of magic like that, but my dad's like really super smart.
Wynn's gonna elbow Mournique. Gently,
Oh.
of course. Like, sounds very interesting, Jermina.
It is interesting. It's stuff you wouldn't even know about, farm girl.
Easy.
Maybe I would like to know about it.
Beautiful. I'm not gatekeeping magic from paladins. You got a magic all on your own. Well, go learn
Wow.
something. I gotta finish this book.
What's she reading?
He's reading smut.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Akatar.
Wynn's gonna be like,
Okay.
I'm just getting to the good part where Tamlin and Rhysand are kissing.
No one cares.
Wynn's gonna be like, well, I'd love to hear all about it, Jermina. Just, we'll talk later.
She would.
Sounds good. Sounds good, Wynne. All right, leader Mournique. Take away your troops. Get off my lawn.
Wow.
See you later. Maybe.
Yeah, you never know these days, huh?
Not anymore.
Well, I just know what side of the tapestry she's on.
True. Oh, as you spoke to her about the tapestry, she did seem surprised that her and Creed and Noomi were all on the supposed dark side or Drakatane side or whatever it is you guys interpreted it.
Outside.
Oh god, yeah, the goth side. But she let you tell your story, and you can see stuff is ruminating in her brain. She wants to get back to her smut. Choose you off her lawn. Alright. You head to continue heading towards the magic shop, which is on the west side of the town square.
Yeah.
Okay. So, walking through, you go down the path, you pass the blacksmith, you pass the tavern, you pass the tea house, and coming out of the tea house, you see Talandria holding a to-go tea.
Mistress Talandria.
Oh, hello, girls. Good morning.
How's things?
You know, the usual. I mean, it is no offense, but it is nice to get a break from teaching and finally focus on my own studies and faith.
Have you seen Noomi?
Noomi? Oh. Noomi stays far away from me.
Well, if you see her, maybe you should talk to her.
Oh, is there something wrong, darling?
Just trust me on this. Is she trying to read my mind?
Would you like her to read your mind?
I don't know.
She did teach you how to mind read after all, so you do feel little tendrils gently reaching into your mind to open up a connection. What is it,
Okay.
Mournique?
She sees a field of black and a reflective hand mirror. And in the reflection as it spins, it flickers, and just for a split second, there's an image of Draconut and an image of Noomi with the blue flame. And it snaps shut, and it's all black again. Nothing.
Her eyes widen for a moment, and she almost drops her tea, but her mage hand catches it. And she goes, "Oh, sorry, I just remembered something. I must go."
Yeah,
She
me too. See you around.
And she puts her hand on your shoulder, Mournique, and looks into your eyes and just rushes away.
Yeah, I'll give her a studently bow and continue on.
Perfect. Okay. Come across a lot of people so far. But you have finally made it to the magic shop. As you enter, you hear a little ding, and you see an assortment of books, potions, ingredients, curiosities. It's pretty cluttered. Doesn't seem to be any rhyme or reason in organization. Kind of looks like things were just placed wherever they could be placed and stacked wherever they would be balanced. Some stacks of books seem to be wobbling this way and that, as if they could fall at any second, but whenever it seems like they're gonna fall, they just kind of wobble back the other way, as if being held up by magic.
Feels like there was a shop here, and then somebody moved in another shop on top of that one.
Very much that vibe. So you hear a loud crash in the back, and out comes a gnome, wild white hair sticking out in tufts all over his head. He's dragging along long purple robes that go past his feet, and he's got thick round glasses that magnify his round brown eyes. It's Solomon, father of Jermina and owner of this magic shop. Hello, ladies. Welcome in. What are you looking for?
I have a list. And I'll uncrumple it again.
Again.
He'll take
Move it out on the countertop, clear some space for it.
He'll take the list and he'll squint at it, and he'll kind of tug it taut a couple times, and then it'll magically just smooth itself. There we go. Oh, I recognize this writing anywhere. Good old Morla. She needs the same old, same old. All right, it'll be a minute. I'll get things together for you.
What's the stuff used for anyway?
Oh, it's just ingredients for dinner and the like. Just
Dinner.
tea and spices and I don't know, maybe a little something to keep your dad on his toes, you know how that rascal can be.
Gross.
Oh boy.
It's not what I meant, but I love that interpretation. He'll just chuckle and turn around to start gathering some of the herbs and other things.
Quick, let's rifle through its shit.
Go on, rifle all you want. This is a store after all.
You're so huge. How can you hear me?
Wait, this is Jermina's father, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Can I check out some of the arcane books.
Yes. Go ahead and give me an investigation check.
I'm looking for something relevant. That is a not good score.
Right. Okay.
It's
Can
7.
I will guide. Oh no!
Yeah,
double check I
Mournique.
had it.
Mournique, if we're gonna get through this, I'm gonna need your help.
Okay.
You understand me?
Squeak.
Okay.
She's blinking
Should I-
furiously in the corner.
Should I roll again?
Yes.
Okay. That is worse. That is a 5.
As you reach for the top of one of the wobbling stacks, a book kind of slides out from under it, and the whole stack comes crumbling down on top of you.
I'm gonna jump back and just knock into another stack with my butt. Damn it.
Oh my dear! Oh my goodness!
Sorry.
That's okay. You're not the
Sorry.
first, and you won't be the
I
last.
kind of
and-
look better like this.
Oh, okay. You think the customers will be able to sort through them easier when they're like that?
Sure. I mean, I know you're not gonna clean it anyway, so.
Excuse me, young lady. I keep a very tight ship around here. I know I may not look it, but this is very well organized compared to last year.
The first thing we heard when we came in was a crashing sound.
Don't worry about that. I was just...
Crashing things.
Yes, well, so are you, so you have no room to talk.
I have no room to do anything in this bookstore.
This is a magic shop of curiosities, not just books, but if you're looking for a book, I have the index right here in my head. What are you looking for? I'll tell you.
Got a wide load on this thing, okay? Your shelves are too narrow.
We're looking for anything you have on like animal guides or animal spirits or anything like that.
Animal spirits. Let's do a roll.
Really, any sort of rituals.
Rituals? Oh. Well,
Yeah.
I mean, Mournique, I know you know all about ritual casting, and I know you can speak to animals. Maybe Mournique is the one you need to talk to, Solikha. He knows all about animals and rituals. He glances at the little rat on your shoulder.
No, I mean, okay.
I do know that there's a wives' tale that happens to be true. And he kind of looks around to make sure no other customers can hear. You know
Anyone
that-
else in here?
Yeah, there could be somebody shopping for. You see Freed's mom, actually, in the corner. She's looking at some tea blends. Because she owns the tea house that, that you saw Talandria walking out of. She's very much engrossed in her tea smelling. And in a hurry because she doesn't trust her husband alone in the tea shop. So he says, kind of quietly, and kind of brings you in. You all have to lean down to hear him. You know that old children's story. You know the one, the witch in the woods. I hear a thing or two that she knows all about rituals. And she's real. fact,
Really?
you know, our boy, and he gets even quieter, our boy Freed, he claims to have seen her. Of course, that could all just be a wives' tale. He could have been going crazy. He was just a little hatchling, of course, at the time.
Who did he see?
They saw the Witch of the Woods, of course. So he says. She cast quite the spell on our Aarakocra neighbors. The ritual.
They used to be able to fly.
Yes. Aarakocra of this village are quite unique. We heard tales of Aarakocra in other lands, soaring high above the mountains, but for some reason, the air in this valley cripples them and doesn't let them fly. But that too is just a rumor.
Didn't anyone help them?
Well, what could be done?
Can't be that hard to kill a witch.
Oh, Mournique. Witches don't just die. But basically, this witch, she used to be a villager. And the whole, when your ancestors, my father, came to this valley, she was cast out. She was openly worshipping Drakotane. It was very evil. People's pets went missing. He was blamed, of course. And if she cursed the Aarakocra, took their magic, maybe she could put it back.
Maybe you're right. What a fun story. Thanks for sharing.
Of course, it really is just a wives' tale, but...
I'll be sure to tell my wife someday.
Uh-oh.
Damn. I'm sorry, Mournique. Mournique!
Mournique's got a long-term plan.
That just got me going. I'm sorry. I'll be sure to tell my wife.
You hear the little diddling, and you see Freed walk in, and his mother sees him, and she goes, "Oh, hello, dear. You're such a good boy. I was always worried about you moving out to your own house, but I see you're figuring out ways to put food on the table. I'm so proud of you. You know, if you ever want a job at the tea house, you can always ask." And he says, no, Mom, I'm fine, thank you. And he sees the girls, and he sees Magician Solomon. I'll just put this by the rest of the firewood. And he gives Wynne a little wink, and he walks out.
And spill him.
What did you say?
Don't let him leave. We need him. Don't get him. I'm saying this in your head.
Was he like, oh wait, Freed?
I'll just be out here, ladies.
Come back here.
It's a little crowded
Make sure he
today.
doesn't leave. Yeah, go outside and make sure he doesn't leave.
Okay, so Wynne
Break
follows
his leg
him.
if you have to.
No.
Holy shit. Okay, so Wynne goes outside. Oh, hey Wynne.
And she's like, I thought you wanted to meet.
Yeah. I guess are they coming out?
The girls are just talking with Solomon right now. They will be right out, of course.
Oh.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
It's only gonna be a few minutes.
Okay. Did y'all learn anything?
She's like, I don't know. I wasn't really paying attention. She's just gonna be like staring, up and into his eyes with these like big doe eyes.
He's just staring back with his beady black bird eyes. Flicking his head every which way. No, just kidding. He's not an actual bird. He's a handsome bird man, and we love him. So he's kind of shy. He's not used to being around Wynne alone, but he's just kind of remark on just how weird everything is and how he hopes he can figure out what to do with the Creed spirits. Did Solomon say anything about? Do you know anything about rituals?
He said something about this witch. She lives in the woods. She used to be a villager. Something like that. I don't know. Like I said, I wasn't. Sorry. Wasn't always there.
He mentioned a witch? The woods?
Yeah. She doesn't like.
Can I tell you something, Wynne?
Of course you can.
I've seen that witch. And if this ritual has anything to do with her, we should not go there.
Why not?
She's really dangerous.
But she might be able to help us.
There has to be another way.
We're gonna be fine. We've been through hell and back the past few days.
But this is real, Wynne. She's evil.
We took on a manticore.
This witch has manticores for breakfast. Probably. I've seen. When I was little, I wandered into the woods, and I got lost, and I kept wandering, and I kept wandering, and I saw something that just. Nope.
What?
I saw.
What did you see?
I don't know. She was awful. She was wicked. I ran all the way back home. I don't know how I found my way home, but no one believes me. No one believes me that I saw her. They insist that it was just my imagination, but I swear I saw her.
She's gonna kind of like graze one of his arms and she's like, did she do something to you?
Well, most people won't admit this, but I'm pretty sure she's the reason I can't fly. Or any of my family, or any of the Aarakocra here.
What happened?
I mean, the story goes there's a witch that lives in the woods, and if you don't behave, she's gonna come eat you, but that's just a children's tale.
Did we know that? Do we know that child's tale?
Yeah, you would have heard this story, just like the Oogie Boogie, or like, just a story to tell your kids to eat their vegetables, or the Wicked Witch is gonna come eat them because they smell too sweet or something.
Well, maybe we can find a way to give you your flight back.
His eyes kind of light up. I mean, I could finally fly and get out of this fucking valley. I'd bring you with me, of course.
Yeah, she definitely pulled back when he said that.
Wynne, I wouldn't go anywhere without you. Don't you want to see the world? Don't you want to see past this facade?
It's like, of course, if you're the one flying me. She's gonna bite her lip and just get real close,
Well, if it means a future for me and for you, then I'll take you to the witch.
That would be great. She just is gonna put her hands like on his chest and just get real comfortable, real close.
He'll wrap his wings around you and just hold you tight.
Yeah, that's all we needed. Let's go.
And as the girls burst out the door, he doesn't take his wings off. He just turns around and says, "Girls, you're gonna have to trust me. But I'm taking you to a witch."
When it's gonna like make eye contact with the girls, and she's just gonna like firmly nod.
As you make your way through the let's see, where is he taking you? Taking you back past Mournique's house, across Dwarf Star Creek, and into the deep woods. Taking you deeper and deeper. But as you pass through the pine trees and the woods start to get a little more jungly. Oh, he's taking you through a jungly part of the woods. The trees have vines growing all up the trunks. You can barely take a step. It's very difficult to walk. He takes you to a path that's suddenly blocked off by vines. And he says, "Oh no. I'm not really sure. Ladies, we're lost."
Wow.
Witt's gonna step close and put her hand on his chest and be like, "Are you sure? Maybe it's just been a while."
Oh yeah, it's been a long time since I've been here, but I mean, I recognize this boulder, but I don't remember all these vines. Not really sure where to go. Oh! And he points. And there's a little blue jay with a red tail feather perched up on a vine.
Isn't that your...
It's my creed spirit, you called it? Yeah.
Yes.
Surely he can guide us. I mean, I've been here before. I just don't recognize
Hey,
this
you.
path.
I'll talk to the bird. Hey. What's your name?
I don't know what blue jays sound like.
They sound like birds, but I'm using speak with animals.
Follow. Follow me? The witch.
Are you afraid?
Whoop, chip, chip.
Okay.
Okay, so we are. So the bird will guide you around a different path, around the vines, and it flies across. This is still Dwarf Star Creek, but it's opened up into a wider river. And it flies across and lands on the other bank, and is just kind of flitting around and staring at you expectantly. And you see actually, everybody give me a perception check.
9.
13.
What was it? What is your roll, Mournique?
5.
Oh, sorry, it's cutting out. I don't know if that's me or... Hopefully it's not me, because that wouldn't be unexpected, but...
No, that's probably me.
Okay. Alright, you see a river. You know this connects to Dwarf Star Creek. Guess haven't really been up this far. You're told to stay away from the jungly part because it starts to get closer to the northeast side of the valley, where the mountains start to jut out of the ground into sharp peaks. And there's cliffs and ravines, and it's very dangerous, and you have had no interest in dying your whole life, so you've never been around this area before. But as you approach the riverbank, you get a feeling, an uneasy feeling, like you're being watched. And you see Freed's Creed spirit on the other side of the river. And this is where our skill challenge begins.
We have to cross the river.
Yep. You want to follow the Creed spirit.
Now, is this like rushing, roaring water?
It is. It is. You can see that there... Oh, it's not rushing, roaring water, but it is very murky. The water is flowing pretty rapidly. And then it leads further down. It leads to rapids. And further up is a waterfall on a cliff. As
Could
it
be
leads
worse.
to the
We could
mountains.
also be underground.
Yeah.
So, I know what I want to do.
Okay.
I will step onto the water, and as I step, I will use shape water to freeze it underneath my feet, and I will just slowly step across as I freeze the water. It doesn't stay frozen. But I can basically do enough to step on it.
Okay. As you reach the middle, the that feeling of being watched changes from a feeling to a fact as you see a crocodile swimming straight for you at full speed.
Oh my god.
Uh-oh.
Okay. So I want to use my shit. I want to use my trained skills are not very good.
I'm gonna say you're surprised by this, so we're going to have Solikha. Solikha, go.
Okay.
Okay. Well, do I see the crocodile?
Yes. Mournique has stepped out onto the river, and you see the water being disturbed, and the tail of the crocodile kind of flicking back and forth as it's approaching very quickly.
Okay. Well, I don't want to attempt to cross myself yet, but I will want to protect Mournique.
Mm-hmm.
So, is this a really wide river? Like, is Mournique is she super far away from us?
I would say that it's probably, if Mournique was able to step across successfully, it would have taken 10 steps. So she's about 5 steps, so maybe 20 feet away from you.
Okay. Then Mournique, you're gonna feel this cool breeze just sort of surround and envelop you, and I'm going to cast Sanctuary on her.
Oh yeah. That's awesome. Okay.
So it's not like Baldur's Sanctuary, but it should help.
So let me look up what Sanctuary does. D&D5e. You ward a creature within range against attack until the spell ends. Any creature who targets the warded creature with an attack or harmful spell must make a wisdom saving throw. On a failed save, the creature must choose a new target or lose the attack or spell. Okay, so it needs to make a wisdom savings throw. And it fails. So as the crocodile is swimming towards its prey, and Mournique is casually striding across the river, Solikha spies the water rushing towards her, and on reaction casts Sanctuary. And the crocodile sees this bright yellow light surrounding Mournique and kind of flinches and turns and looks at the bank at where we are, and it's going to lunge and lunge for the bank. So not necessarily at any specific person because we're all standing there watching. But Wynne, what do you do?
I would like to throw my glaive at this crocodile.
Okay. Go ahead and roll to attack.
Okay, so we got a 9.
9 on the die?
No, total.
9 total. Okay. Unfortunately, that does
I
not.
never used this javelin.
That unfortunately does not hit. So you throw your javelin at the crocodile, and it narrowly misses, lodging into the rocks in the water, but it is stuck there with the end of the glaive poking out of the water.
Oh, yeah.
Let me see what Bubble can do. Oh, Bubble! What do you got for us, girl? See what this does! Alright, Bubble is going to jump, like, dodge the lunge of the crocodile, and she's gonna put her hand on its tail and cast Shocking Grasp. The lightning springs from her hands and delivers a shock to the creature. Let's see, let's try to hit it. God, stop it. Bubble.
Don't say that. Don't say that.
And nothing happens. Okay, it's Freed's turn. Like how we're listening to pirate music. Shockadile. Shockadile. That's exactly right. Freed. Oh, I've never played a barbarian before, and he's underleveled, but that's okay. He can speak with animals. That's cool.
That's okay. We already have that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think we got that covered.
Okay, he's just gonna take his javelin. He has a javelin. Oh, he has a glaive too. That's real cute. Oh, perfect. The paladin and the barbarian are glaving it up together.
We train together now.
Okay, he's gonna take a javelin and throw it into the crocodile's eye. And he fucking misses. So it's Mournique's turn.
Are we fighting a crocodile? Or is this a skill challenge?
It's a bit of both.
Okay.
If you can escape, you can escape. If you can incapacitate it and escape, like, you don't have to kill it. But currently, the initiative is Mournique, Solikha, Wynne, Bubble, Freed. It's Mournique, Crocodile, Solikha, Wynne, Bubble, Freed.
Okay. Hold on. Okay. I will speak to the crocodile.
Okay. You say to the crocodile?
I'll say, why don't you go find something else to eat? And I'll cast suggestion on the crocodile.
Oh, okay.
So he has to make a wisdom saving throw.
Okay, let's... You rolled a 5.
Okay.
So he turns. He's like thrashing around at the bank of the river while the girls and Freed are like dancing around, probably squealing a bit. Freed is like trying to smack at it with his javelin and it's not really doing anything. And it turns its head and it looks at Mournique. And you see that Mournique stare. And it ducks its little head. Not little, it ducks its head into the water. And it swims upstream. Congrats! You passed the first part of the skill challenge. Well, that part of the skill challenge. Congrats, Mournique. Successfully scared away the crocodile.
Okay, I'm gonna keep walking across.
How is the rest of the party gonna get across the river?
Is the river too deep to wade through? Like, is it really deep? Like, would you have to swim or?
Yeah, you would need to swim across this part of the river.
It's also got crocodiles in it.
Does.
Mm.
Don't really have much.
Outside of your spells and skills, do you guys have any creative ideas on how to cross a rushing river in the jungle?
So, we could make a bridge out of ropes.
Okay.
I can run a rope across to the other side. And we just have to tie off a few ropes, and you can use wood for like stepping. You can use sticks and stuff to make a bridge on the ropes.
Okay.
Or we could like
It's
pull
gonna take a
ourselves using the
while,
ropes.
That too,
Because
but
Wynne's pretty strong, so I feel like I would be doing a lot of that work.
I just didn't want to. I didn't want you guys to have to get wet in the crocodile water.
I think we're gonna end up getting wet, Mournique, but
We're shouting this over like the roaring rapids. I didn't want you to
We're
get
just
wet.
doing the telepathy thing.
When Mournique speaks, it's like, you know, when you first wake up in the morning and your voice is like, because she's so used to just speaking in her head, her voice is a little,
Yeah,
a little
that's my
soft.
excuse.
You see there's a lot of vines and maybe some like bamboo trees and things of that nature that could help you construct some sort of temporary bridge to get across.
I can just run things across with Mage Hand.
Yeah. Okay. Mournique, why don't you give me a survival check?
I don't. Can we help in any way?
Yeah. If you want to help her, she can roll with initiative.
Advantage.
Sorry. roll for initiative or roll for with advantage? Right. We already did the crocodile fight.
Oh. Lizzie says, "Be right back."
So, Mournique?
What?
Are you gonna roll survival?
I did. I got a 4.
Oh, that was with advantage?
No. 15.
Okay, good. I did not want to make you guys fall in the river. Okay, so with everybody's help and Mage Hand, Mournique's standing there with her parasol covering her head. A little dappled light filtering through the trees. It's just all too much for her sensitive eyes, so she is under her parasol while Mage Hand and Wynne and Solikha are lashing together this temporary bridge, tying it off on the sturdiest trees, and everybody makes it across safely. And it's a pretty sturdy bridge, so it seems like you'll be able to come back this way. Should you need to. Okay, very good. Next up. So as you make your way across, the blue jay is very excitedly flittering around and is chirping and tweeting, and it guides you through more jungle until you come out of the trees, and the bird flies up onto the edge of a cliff and perches and looks down at you expectantly. How do you intend to make your way up the cliff?
Not really my thing.
I freaking wish I could fly. I could just take us all up one by one.
That's all right, babe. One day.
Technically, if any of us could fly, we could do that. It doesn't have to just be you.
Yeah, that's a good point, Mournique. Wait. Wynne. Did you just call me babe? He Luigi kicks the dust.
Maybe. Why?
I don't know. I kind of liked it.
If it hasn't been obvious, she has been pretty much like hanging off of his hip this entire time. They are within inches of each other this entire time.
Yeah. He's into it.
Also, for clarification, she grabbed her
myself.
glaive out of the river.
Yes, yeah, that's totally fine. As you walk across the rope vine bridge, you just,
Yeah,
it right out.
Commanded the alligator to get it for you.
You mean crocodile?
Right, the shockodile.
Shockodile. Yeah. The bird is up on the cliff looking down at you, chirping frantically.
Okay, I did the first part. You guys need to get us up here.
Oh.
This is a fairly sheer cliff, but you do see handholds and things. One of you can climb up.
Maybe I could ride on your back. And you could climb us all up one by one.
Would it be possible
or toss a rope down?
Yeah. If I think Wynne would like to kind of smash her mace into the rock, see if it gets like stuck, and she can use that to kind of like haul herself upward. Is that possible?
Okay. Sure, yeah. Give me a dexterity check.
Do you maybe have climbing tools?
I don't know. I would get a 7 total, by the way.
So as you smack your mace into the side of the cliff, it kind of just bonks backward. Babe.
Like, hello, what are you doing?
If I jab...
walls.
If Freed says, babe, I have an idea.
Babe. I love that.
If I can jab these javelins into the cliffside, maybe we could use them to just precariously climb up. Like a little ladder.
He has 2.
He has 4.
And the glaive?
And the glaive.
Okay. I absolutely think we should do that.
Right. I'm not very dexterous. In fact, I have a -1. Will you do the honors?
It's just so am I. It's just we just do that.
But that's because you used a round-headed mace.
Oh, I was thinking of one that was just more like blades, but okay.
So with Freed's help and encouragement, roll with advantage to see if you can get these javelins.
Dexterity, right? Yeah. Okay. All right, 17.
All right. So all the girls and Freed gather around behind you in a semicircle and chant, "Win, win, 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 win." And you expertly throw each javelin just far enough apart where the shorty of the group, Bubble, could clamber up. And you throw all 4 of his javelins into the side of the cliff, and they stick just so, and make a little like stepping thing for you guys. As you all go up, I need you all to roll for athletics. See if you can get up there.
Wynne's got this one for sure, right? Yeah.
This is
20.
my strong suit.
Oh no. The bubble clambers up.
10 for me.
Solikha just barely manages to make it.
Just don't have a lot of upper body strength.
5.
So as Mournique is climbing up, her foot slips and she tumbles. She slips and she tumbles and she falls onto Freed, who also rolled a 5. And and they go crashing down and the javelins break. And they are now at the bottom. And I want Mournique to make a Constitution savings. A con save.
3.
Mournique, take 5 falling damage.
I'm sorry, Freed. I think I broke your javelins with my butt.
Oh my gosh. Well, at least you didn't break your ankles. I hope my feathered body made a good landing spot. Oh my goodness.
Yeah, it was kind of like landing on a pillow.
We're just gonna be leaning over like, what are you two talking about down there?
Babe, Mournique hurt her ankle.
Oh, shit.
You guys have any rope?
I do, hold on. What do we have? Is it like 50 feet?
Yeah, you got rope.
Every adventure gets 50 feet.
All right, is there like another boulder I can tie it up
Sure, yeah.
up top?
Uh-huh.
Okay. So we do that.
So, Freed says, "Babe, what I'm about to do is nothing. It means nothing. I'm just trying to get up there."
Okay.
And Mournique kind of Freed kind of crouches down and says, "Mournique, get on my back."
Any chance to be carried, honestly, so I don't have to walk.
And as you wrap your arms around his shoulders and your legs around his waist, he grabs onto the rope and somehow, I don't know, you guys are gonna have to suspend your disbelief, he climbs up the rope with his feathered fingers. Picturing like a Rito climbing a rope.
I'm picturing a parrot. You know how they kind of climb with their beak. And then-
Yes! Oh my gosh. Okay, Alright, so you guys make it to the top of the cliff. The bird, the blue jay excitedly tweets and flutters around, and it leads you to... I made my skill challenge. Okay, he leads you across a ravine, and now you are in a foresty, like a kind of foresty part, but you're like basically on a mountainside now. The furthest you've strayed from the valley. All right, so you see the blue jay. It has landed in front of another cliff face, but it is now in front of the cliff face, and it's pecking at a worm, and it's just gonna... You can see it's not really going anywhere.
Well, now what?
As you speak, the bird flutters onto a creeping vine that's on the cliff face, and as it does, here the vines begin to snap. The rocks on the cliff begin to crumble. But the boulders seem to stay grouped together as the dust and the dirt fall away from it. And as the gravel shifts, you see before you an earth elemental. Arm
Ooh.
raised up, ready to strike. Roll for initiative.
Not the Talos. Do-do-do-do.
Yes, that's the perfect music.
It's literally like, oh no.
Brookie, you don't happen to have previous record of Solikha's max HP, do you? I might have messed it up on my end.
Oh,
If I recall, we had a temporary +5 from aid. That's what I have written down. So if it's too high, just take away 5.
No, I think it's... I don't know if I am undercounting it.
I'm at 26.
I'm
But I
at
have a
28.
+0 in con.
so level 3. Oh, level 3
Or level-
Solikha had 18 HP, so then add what? 10? 8?
No. Okay, so then I might be... I'm just gonna do 4 for average then,
Sure.
because I don't remember what I rolled.
Okay.
So I'm 22.
Okay. Lighto.
And are we still aided? Or was that yesterday?
That was yesterday.
That was yesterday, but yeah, you don't have Noomi in your party anymore. Okay. Eagle. Okay, roll for initiative.
That was great.
Yeah. Ah! Okay.
That was also afraid.
This makes all the bird sounds. Okay. Talos. Call it. Okay. All right. Mournique, what did you roll?
No, I didn't roll. 19.
Very good. Wynne?
14.
Solikha?
13.
Oh.
Bubble, bubble. Island trouble, bubble, bubble. Okay, and then good old free. Hopefully he's not fried after that.
Yeah, he
Okay.
best not be.
All right, Mournique, your turn first.
Let's see. Okay. I see this thing coming at us, and I will cast Phantasmal Force on it,
Ooh.
and it has to make a Intelligence saving throw.
Was a does a 3 pass? It fails.
No. Just look at the intelligence of it and realize it's like -4.
Yeah, it's -3.
Let me see. I'm going to cast, or sorry, I'm gonna make it, see I don't know, a lava elemental come out of the ground and start to attack it.
Okay.
So it takes 5 psychic damage from the vision, the phantasm. Nobody else can see this.
Okay. Okay. Is that your turn?
Yes.
All right. It is now
Bubble's turn!
Bubble is going to give Bardic Inspiration to our girl Wynne. So Wynne, you've got a Bardic Inspiration. Bubble's gonna pull out her hand kalimba and say,
Oh, Wynne! I hope this makes you feel inspired!
and magical music notes burst from her kalimba and swirl around Wynne. And they're yellow and beautiful and sparkly.
Power is emanating.
And reach for that power whenever you need. She's also going to she's also going to what are you trying to do? Shocking Grasp. Oh, Shocking Grasp is a He's gonna try Thunder Wave. Fuck it. Bubble's gonna rush up and just like screech. And yes! Finally! Finally! We'll do 2d8 thunder damage. Yes! Almost max damage. 13. My spells don't use modifiers, right? spell damage?
No.
Okay. Stuff is everywhere. Out of my face. Okay, there it is. Okay. Very good. It is now Wynne's turn. And it gets pushed back, so it kind of just like stumbles backward. Oh, actually, it has vulnerability to thunder. So is that double damage or what?
Yeah.
Fuck yeah.
It gets double damage from thunder.
Mm-hmm.
Yes! Wow, it's almost as if I didn't even actually read anything about this Earth Elemental. It's a good thing Bubble is a Thunder Bard. Okay, Wynne.
Good thing Wynne also has a thunder move, so.
Yes!
Yeah.
So as the electric blast hits the Earth Elemental, it screams, it roars in agony, and electricity, a yellow electricity sparks all over it, and Bubble says,
Oh my god, you guys! I think it doesn't like thunder! Wynne! Do it!
Okay. Wynne is going to. So, we're further away from it now, then.
yeah, but it's still
Ooh.
within range.
Reach of.
It's about 30 feet, so you could walk up, you could run up to it.
Okay, yeah, I probably would like to do that. Yeah, I'm just reading this. I'm so sorry.
That's okay.
Okay. Yeah, she's gonna run up to it with her glaive, and she's gonna try and use a thunderous smite on this big rock dude.
Sure.
Okay.
Roll to hit.
18 total.
Okay, yeah, that absolutely hits.
Oh yeah. Okay, let me see. So we have let me see. So that's 20 damage total.
Wow.
It's 10 damage from her slashing and 10 thunder damage.
So the slashing is going to be half, because it is resistant. But the thunder damage will be double.
So 25 total, technically, right?
Yes. Yeah. Yep.
Okay.
Very
And you have to succeed a strength saving throw or be pushed back again.
Okay.
And it has to be.
It passes.
Okay.
So as Wynne rushes up and jabs this thing in the body with her glaive, the glaive kind of knocks a couple of pebbles loose, but it's the bright yellow electricity that comes jolting out of her glaive that completely encompasses the earth elemental, and it's kind of frozen in place while it's getting electrocuted, but it holds its ground. Okay. It is now Freed, Solikha, and the Talos' turn at the same time. So, I will give you, Solikha, the chance to do what you want to do before Freed and the Talos do anything.
Okay. So who's standing next to the Talos, the golem?
I know. Rowan got me just straight up calling it a Talos. Wynne?
Is it just Wynne?
Yeah.
Did Bubble back off?
Yes.
Okay.
Very Bubble fashion.
Then I'm going to run up behind Wynne, and her little spectral, like, red thread comes out and loops around one wrist of his and one around her, and she's going to cast Warding Bond.
Okay.
So Wynne gets a +1 bonus to AC and has resistance to all damage.
Hell yeah. Okay.
Beautiful.
Love that. Okay. Very good. So as Solikha is rushing around with her, as we're now all familiar with the red thread, Freed. Whoa. Freed. Did you hear that?
Sounded like barbarian rage to me.
Yes, Freed would like to rage. And his chest puffs out and his wings extend, and he grabs the hand axes from his mysterious place where hand axes go. And he is how does rage work?
It's a bonus action, and it makes him resistant to damage, and it gives him +2 extra damage on his hits.
Okay. Very good. So he's going to rush over and try to smack this thing. And axe. Fucking hits. So. Actually, let's say he does that with his glaive. And right?
Yeah.
So that would be 9, 12 damage. Okay, very good.
It's probably resistant to slashing also.
Yes. Yes, so that's 60. Oh, perfect. Okay. All right. The Talos sees Wynne and Freed right in front of it. And it is going to take one fist and slam it down towards Wynne.
Oof.
The 15 hit.
No.
Okay. And then it's going to take its other fist and try to slam Freed, and he gets a nat motherfucking 20. So he is going to hit.
No. No.
And he's going to... You said he has resistance?
Wynne does,
Freed?
not Freed.
But what does his rage do?
Yeah, doesn't he have?
Freed
Oh.
does have resistance to bludgeoning, slashing, and piercing.
So does that mean just half damage?
Yeah.
Okay. So... 8... 9... 12, 13... So he takes 7 damage. Ooh, Freed. Okay. Very good. It is now Mournique's turn.
Okay. So, the first thing that happens on my turn is the phantasmal lava elemental, which I've decided looks like a hot girl.
Yes!
Double meaning, because she's made of lava.
Alright, she's like a flame princess.
And she's basically, like, sticking her hands into it and trying to assimilate him. At least that's what he thinks is happening.
Okay.
So, he'll take 2 damage. Psychic damage.
Okay.
Oh, wait.
don't really have any spells for this. So yeah, I think I'll just use my crossbow.
Okay.
9. It's a mess.
Okay. Yeah. Alrighty, it is.
Crossbow ineffectual against literal stone.
As Mournique pulls out her crossbow, shoots a bolt, and it just kind of glances against his stony shoulder and just bling, flies off into. It is now Bubble's turn, and I'm gonna do Shocking Grasp. Gonna rush up and try to touch it on like its knee. And let's see. Oh, it's cocked. Perfect. Okay, she hits. And lightning damage does 6 damage, and it can't take reactions until the start of its turn. But that's okay. Have react. Okay, so 6 damage on the Talos, and it is now
I think it's Wynne's turn.
I think so.
okay. Alright, Wynne, do it.
All right, I have a question.
Yep.
So pole arm. Can I use that like after I use the smite, or is that like only a straight up like melee attack?
Let me see. Let me just read up on polearm real fast.
This is attack with only a glaive, or whatever. One of those.
This is polearm master feat, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So take the attack action with your glaive. You can use a bonus action to make a melee attack with the opposite end of the weapon. So that basically just means that when you're using your weapon, which your smite is a part of your melee.
Yeah.
So yeah, when you use your smite, or if you don't use your smite, as long as you're attacking with your glaive, which is really the only thing you attack with, right?
I have a mace, but she doesn't use it.
Okay. So when you're using that, yeah, when you're using any weapon that's like a long pole with a, a sharp thing at the end, then you basically can like stab and then whip around and hit it with the back. Like
Okay.
an additional hit. And then also when you're wielding it, whenever they come into your space, you automatically can just use your reaction to attack it. And then remember, you only have 1 reaction per turn, so if it were to try to step away from you, you don't get another opportunity attack. Whereas if it were to come into your space, you don't have to take that. Like, it's situational, but essentially you can do that.
No. All right, I think I'm gonna go for another like thunderous smite.
Sure.
With the glaive.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm going to hit. We have a 10 total.
Do you want to use your... Oh, wait. Total is not going to get you. Okay. That does not hit.
Just so you know, though, your smite doesn't get used up unless you hit, so...
That's good to know, yeah.
That is very good to know.
Yeah. So that does not hit, but you can... As you go to jab, it glances off again, and you don't make the impact, but you can smack it with the back of your glaive. can try to.
Yeah, I would like to do that. So I have to roll again for that?
Yes.
Okay. For the second attack.
Uh-huh.
20.
All right, let's go. So...
And that's just a d4, right? And then I add to that, right?
You're gonna add your modifier. And you could even
Okay,
add,
so-
you could add your bardic inspiration to that if you want.
I still don't know how bardic inspiration works. Sorry.
That's just an additional 1d6 to any one roll. Oh wait, you
Sure,
can't.
because
Can you
he's
add bardic
probably
inspiration?
resistant.
Can you add bardic inspiration to attack damage?
Not damage, no.
Okay, sorry. That's like the one you can't.
Okay, so
Sorry,
it's
Wynne, I tricked
7.
you.
Okay.
7. What is it? Bludgeoning? I don't know what that is.
Sure.
Yeah,
Oh,
it is.
well, yeah, because it's the back.
The butt end.
All right. That makes it Solikha's turn.
Okay. I think I'm going to toll the dead.
Oh.
So it needs to make a wisdom saving throw.
Does a 12 hit or pass?
It does not. My
Okay.
DC is 14.
Okay. Very good.
So it takes a Oh geez. Alright, well it would have only taken a 1 point of necrotic damage, but I'm going to yeah, 1 point. It's oh, that sucks. Alright. That's it. It was a D12 and I rolled a 1.
Oh no. Okay. Okay, so Freed is going to. How long does rage last for, by the way? 1 turn.
I think it lasts for longer than that, but as long as you take damage or
Last
do
10
damage.
turns. Sorry, I was
Yeah.
muted.
Oh. Okay. What, Lizzie?
Oh, no, she's right.
I didn't hear.
If you don't attack or take damage, it fades.
Okay. Okay. All right. So he's going to try to glaive it again, and unfortunately he misses. And the Talos will try to hit him again, and miss, and hit Wynne again. And miss again. Okay. Back up to Mournique.
Okay. The lava elemental is still pushing another 2 damage.
Okay.
And by the way, it can use its action to examine this and remake its check to determine that it's not real.
Oh, okay.
If you want to.
It failed.
Well,
Rolled a 5.
on its turn, like that's its action.
I see. Okay.
Yeah. So, I'm sorry. Trying to think of something clever.
You just gotta shoot at the cluster of gems on its back, you guys.
Let me get up there real quick.
Just ascend through its
Yeah,
belly.
go under it and ascend.
Yeah.
I get on my hover bike and cross the rest of the game. Yeah, I don't have any other spells for this, so
Okay.
I'm just going to attack with the crossbow again, and I
Okay.
got an 18.
All right, yeah. Time your bolt lodges in the rock face.
Dealing 8 damage.
Very good.
Half of that, though, because it's the crossbow.
Right. Okay.
So, total 6 damage. Not bad, Mournique.
Yeah, that's
Pretty good for you.
All right. Bubble is do shocking grass. She'll weave in between Freed and Wynne and the fire elemental Hottie, and she's gonna touch it on its leg, and she trips on a little rock, possibly the pebble that flew out from Mournique's crossbow bolt, and she's just gonna like kind of slip and kind of catch herself, and it's Wynne's turn. Actually, she's gonna also give Bardic Inspiration to Solikha.
You feel inspired by that?
I do feel inspired.
My girl, my girl.
Okay. I think I'm gonna go for this a third time. This
Okay.
thunder smite.
Yeah.
Oh, I really hope this time.
Really like your
Okay,
sexiness.
there we go. Nat 20.
Let's
Ooh.
go.
Okay, so that's
Quadruple smite.
so 12 bludgeoning damage and then 9 thunder damage.
So half of 12 and double of 9?
Yes.
So 6 plus. How do you want to do this?
Ooh. Can you describe to me what the shape of this thing look like? What does it look like? Does it actually look like a Talos?
It looks just like a Talos, except for
I think-
there's not a glittering rock on its back.
Okay,
Maybe
well,
there is.
Wynn's gonna use her very fancy glaive. And I think she's gonna, spin around and like with the very end of it, because she's kind of far from it, knock into it like its knees, or
Okay.
like the joint where like the legs would be. And thunder comes shooting out of the sky, lightning cracks it, and right as it cracks it, I think the whole thing's just gonna be like thrown off, and all the pieces like fall apart.
All right. Hell yeah. Very good. Okay. As the
Very loud. It's a very loud attack.
as the lightning comes crashing down, it's busted into a bunch of pieces and it's tumbling everywhere. You all catch your breath, and Freed goes, I can't believe y'all made it out of there without a single fucking hit. That's ridiculous.
It was the power of love.
Truly. Truly.
Wynne and Freed were like, shoo, shoo. I was gonna heal him. I was pretty close.
Aw.
Now you can.
Oh, for sure. After the battle, what Wynne is the first thing she's doing is tending to his wounds.
He didn't. Oh, he did get wounds. Okay. Right.
7, wasn't it 7?
He was smacked, yeah.
He also took some damage from falling off the cliff earlier.
No, just you did.
Oh,
Past his con.
I didn't do any damage with my meteor butt.
Nah. He's fluffy like a pillow.
Ooh.
So, Bubble has word, the bubble will walk over to Bubble will sing Mournique a sweet little song. Try to heal her. What is it, 1d6?
D4 for healing word.
Mm-hmm.
Plus my.
On charisma. Yeah.
Okay. Mournique, you can heal for 7 points.
Good as new. Thanks, bestie.
No problem.
And Wynne, are you gonna heal Freed?
Oh, of course. She's gonna walk over and she's gonna, use her lay on hands and like actually, and just that just makes him feel better and it just instantly, the wounds seal up.
Okay. That is...
And she gives him a kiss on the cheek while she does it.
Oh! Wynne. I thought that thing was gonna smash you to bits.
I knew we were gonna be fine.
That just heal him fully? What does that do?
I can do up to 20 points. So that's what, 7 that he had.
Yeah, okay. New. Good as new. And he gives you a little peck on the cheek.
Alright, you had a bug on your face.
No. He returns a little kiss.
It's fine. He can eat the bugs out of my hair.
Very
It's fine.
blushy about it.
Oh, that's so cute. I'm like, whoa.
So, the path is clear. Freed says, "It's the place. This is the entrance. It's there. It's not too late to turn back. Are you sure?"
I don't think we'll be turning back.
Mournique, give me a perception check. Mournique can sense some kind of familiar power radiating from the entrance of the cave tunnel. Can't quite place what it is she's feeling. As you step into the tunnel, fairy lights illuminate the path before you. And follow it. Notice on the left another opening. But instead of fairy lights, on this path there's little red mushrooms growing from the walls. Do you continue down the fairy light lit path or the mushroom path?
Which way should we go? More squeak.
More squeak is she's looking like a rat. Squeaking.
Do I divine its meaning?
Saying,
Which?
The fairy lights.
okay. Very good. Good choice.
I'm going to ask Freed if he's been here before.
I had never made it
Whatever.
this far in.
Okay, all right.
Where are these eagles coming from?
I just got rid of it,
Okay.
sorry. That was the last echoing eagle sound you heard. No, that was was Freed responding to Wynne, actually. I never made it this far in. As you follow the path, the fairy lights are guiding you. You step into a room that has a low ceiling, and there's vines growing everywhere. There's herbs and salamander tails hanging from the ceiling. There's jars of eyeballs and other unidentifiable body parts. There's a small table in the room, a couch that's sagging, moldy. There's burning incense, smoke billowing out of some kind of animal skull, pouring out of the eye sockets and billowing waves and pooling around the base. And on the couch, on the saggy, molding couch, there's a saggy, molding lady sitting on the couch.
Ew.
And she looks like she hasn't bathed in, well, ever. Her teeth are sharp. Her eyes are black. She has a necklace of teeth around her neck. Drinking tea, but there seems to be like a small creature's eyeball floating in the chipped teacup. Something you notice as well is there are rusty cages hanging from the ceiling and propped up in the corners, and in these cages there's birds. All different kinds of colors. And Freed whispers, and all of a sudden the witch says, "Today for tea?" The doorway behind you seems to vanish, replaced with a dusty shelf covered in ancient books and scrolls. "Oh, how's your father, Bubble?" Bubble will kind of look very confused. "What are you little ones doing here?"
What do you know, Bubble?
Well, I only met her once when she was a baby. She was less than a baby then.
I think you're confused, lady. Bubble doesn't have parents.
Well, she has a parent. Her mother was quite delicious.
I just mentally say to Bubble, she's lying. She's just trying to provoke us.
What do you know about my mother?
Well, I can answer you any question you little villagers want to ask. But you did destroy my home security system. And I'm going to need a sacrifice. And you look, and she has her claws wrapped around, kind of forming a cage. And in her hand is Freed's Creed Spirit. The sacrifice can be anything or anyone. And she winks at Wynne.
She's gonna kind of like push Freed behind her, and she's gonna be like, "You put that down right now."
Oh, you want me to put it down? So this is your sacrifice.
That bird is not going to be sacrificed at all.
So, what will you sacrifice instead?
Well, I don't have my bunny, so I can't.
None of you. None of you are willing. Think you've just been living your life in this coddled little valley. Never have to give anything up. Well, you don't make a sacrifice. I'll just have to eat you all.
I think you've had enough.
Oh no, my dear. My hunger is endless.
All this for your stupid little rock pile out there.
Oh, my dear. Your sacrifice will give you much more than pay for my guard.
And we're meant to believe that someone like you can't just make another one.
Oh, I can, little deathling. But why should you get away with just killing it? I know that's what you're all used to. Just taking. Take. That's all you do in your village. Why don't you try giving for once? For little lives. Anything. Anything you want, as long as it means something to you. And it'll be mine. And I'll give you something that you very much want in return. And I
What's
know.
that?
Well, I know you're here for answers. Might be able to do more than that. I might be able to give you a ritual.
Well, if you know all that, then you know ritual is useless without these spirits. Or without us. So why should we give you anything?
The ritual is useless to you. I already have my pets. Pass her hands towards all the birds in the cages. You see those little pink and blue birds in there freed? If only your sisters could learn how to fly.
Are they actual, like blue jay sized birds? They're not Aarakocra, like young Aarakocra in cages, right?
Correct. The birds look to be of the exact same coloration as all of the Aarakocra in the village. Essentially, to be some kind of great spirit. In a way. You have nothing to sacrifice. Does that mean you have nothing you hold dear to you, or you're too selfish to give something up?
Well, I didn't really come here thinking I'd have to give something up. Something important, anyways.
That's because all you do is think about your sweet little bird boyfriend. She's still holding the bird now, kind of squeezing it a little bit.
Listen, lady, fork it over.
Creed steps out from behind your back, Wynne, and says, "If I give you my Creed spirit and any potential future I have to fly, if
No.
it means no, if it means you can get your power back, I'll stay with you no matter what. But if the only way we can bring everybody's power back is if I have to give up mine, I lived my whole life without my power. What do I care?"
Doesn't matter. You deserve it. You should not be giving this away right now.
But if we don't give her something, we're not going to get anything.
Can we... She's going to look back towards the witch. She's like, do we have to give you something right now?
Oh, you leave your valuables at home, do you?
I can't say I brought them with me.
If you could, what would you give me as a sacrifice?
All of my money. My father's money.
Your father's money is barely a sacrifice. What am I to do with that? The villagers cast me out. What am I gonna... drink your coins?
I could
I don't
give you
know.
something else.
Oh, little witch, what do you have?
For you, perspective. It's a wonderful gift. All you have to do is take a look in my mirror.
Interesting. I don't want just a look. I want that mirror. It reeks of magic.
I know, but you can't have everything without giving up a little something.
That's what I'm talking about. She reaches her hand and lets the blue jay go and reaches her clawed hand out.
Okay. I will, place the mirror in her claws with Mage Hand.
Yes. She takes the mirror and she smells it. Ah. Draconet. Oh dear, sweet Draconet. The closest I'll get to my master. As long as I'm in this stupid valley. What I really need is to get to Kellandar. But those... that stupid Hydra broke the portal. Well, I'll accept this sacrifice. It is mine to keep, you know. Well...
I've always wanted to fight a Hydra.
Who said anything about fighting this Hydra, little witch?
Did I say the inside part out loud? Sorry.
So, you've made your sacrifice. I have one more thing to ask of you. But, what is it that you would ask of me?
We need to figure out how to reunite our souls with our Creed spirits.
Oh, you need the ritual to first.
I can do it. I'm confident.
You said you'd give it to us.
No, I said I would not eat you, actually. You think it's that easy? You just walk in a witch's lair and all the world will be right again. Little paladin. You make me laugh. Head in the clouds with your bird.
I think her and Frida are just gonna exchange like really looks like okay.
Um, uh, okay. I will help you with the ritual. And if you're lucky, I'll even free the Aarakocra of their curse. But you must retrieve broken shards. You see, you ever wonder how your ancestors got to this valley? Well, this valley... this valley sits atop its own little world. You think there's anything beyond those mountains? There's nothing. It's just mountains. Your ancestors got here through a portal. They came from Aetheria's planet. They came from Kalandar. But when they got here, that damn Hydra broke the portal so no one could go back. Pretty sure it's working for those damned Theastran acolytes. Well, I was just simply practicing my own faith. Yes, maybe I stole some pets here and there. Chased me out of the village. This dreadful lair. That's when I took the Aarakocra's wings. Not like they're gonna use them anyway. Nowhere to go. But I'm sick of this planet. I cannot reach my Lord Dracotane from here. Draconet not approve what I do here. But at least she keeps those Theastran mind games away from me. Oh yes, Mournique, little witch. That's what you were sensing when you walked in. Your goddess, Draconet. She keeps my mind clear. I think she knows you were coming. I've set this whole thing up after. Anyways, you bring me these shards so I can get back to Kalandar. And I'll give you the instructions to the ritual.
Fine. Where are they?
She grabs a piece of parchment and a quill that unfortunately looks to be Freed's mother's feather, a quill. And she scribbles onto it a list. It looks like there's an ice crystal at the owlbear breeding grounds at the base of the North Mountain. There's one at the bottom of Lake Thea, guarded by an eel, lightning crystal. And deep in the south woods, a bandersnatch guards a fire crystal. They're no small feats. You won't be able to just charge in like you did here. Better make a plan. I thought I got the crystals, but they were broken. So don't be surprised if there's multiple shards lying around. Buphbble, make sure to tell your father hello for me. Sure he misses his little whore.
What are you talking about? I haven't seen my parents since I was, well, ever.
Don't talk to Bubble like that.
Oh, the ever protective sister. Oh, you didn't know you were sisters. I guess that would make sense. Morel would keep his little horror secret.
You're a liar. No wonder you got kicked out.
Why would I lie about that? She was such a tasty treat. She came here to hide her beau's shame. I wanted Bubble, but she offered herself instead. Seems like her beau didn't ever take responsibility for his mistake.
Is the door back?
You want the door to be back?
Yeah. I don't want
Mhm.
Bubble to hear this.
She waves her hand and the shelf vanishes. I'll be here. And you get those crystals returned to me. And I will help you with the ritual. I'll be
Fine.
gone.
And
And
through
I'll
the
be back for
Aarakocra.
my mirror.
And the Aarakocra. What about your mirror, little witch?
I'll be back for it.
Oh, this is mine. We're good.
Trust me, when you're done with it, you're not gonna want it anymore.
Oh, I like the sound of that. Now be gone so I can use it to my heart's content.
Don't be shocked by what you see. And we leave.
All right. The blue jay perched on Freed's shoulder, kind of nestled into his neck. Freed has his arm around Wynne. Bubble is shaking with wide eyes, walking between Solikha and Mournique. And you make your way out of the cave, step back out onto the cliff. And the cool air from the high altitude kind of clears the stench of the witch's lair from your nostrils, and Bubble just starts to cry.
What's she talking
Oh.
about?
None of that was true, Bubble.
She's just a bag.
How do you know?
She's a very cruel spirit, Bubble.
Would it be so bad if we were sisters, Mournique?
We are sisters. It doesn't matter what she says.
But if your dad's my dad, that means I have a dad. Always wanted a dad.
Guess he has some explaining to do.
I think we have a lot to talk about with him. Are you gonna be okay, Bubble?
I mean, I don't have a choice.
We're all right here with you.
Thanks, you guys. I couldn't do this alone. I've been alone
None
my
of
whole
us
life.
could. Not even me.
But you're the leader. Of course you could do it alone. You could do anything.
No, I can't. But together, maybe we all can.
Yeah. So, you think we can really get these crystals? And how come we never heard about them before?
Somebody's been trying to keep us in the dark our whole lives.
Well, wouldn't you like that, Mournique? You know, the dark.
Maybe it's time to finally see the light. I'll close my umbrella, but it's way too bright, so I'll open it back up again.
Yes.
Or, you know, eventually.
I'm just glad I have you all.
We're glad we have you, Bubble. And Wynn's gonna go for a hug.
Reach up and throw her arms around your neck.
We all hug Bubble.
Mhm.
Group hug. Bring it
Yeah.
in.
Hug me, please, you guys.
Wynn's like,
So, I have to formulate a plan to get these shards. You still got that list, Mournique?
I uncrumple the list.
Mournique's pockets are just full of crumpled paper, just of everything.
Oh my gosh.
Bringing it back around. I actually didn't catch the lightning one.
Oh, the lightning one is guarded by electric eels at the bottom of Lake Thea.
Hey.
I actually didn't catch where the Bandersnatch one was, so
That's in
conveniently.
the South Woods.
Yeah.
And then something about an owl bear.
Mm-hmm. North part of the woods, which is kind of close to here, actually, is the owlbear breeding grounds.
Meaning owls and bears separately.
Yeah, that's where the fusions happen.
Oh.
Lots of scary, horny, aggressive owlbears and potentially nests and eggs.
We just got to find one really cute owl bear and make him our pet.
We can talk to him. We got this.
That's exactly what we need. More animals.
Yeah. But that is where we're ending tonight's session.